On Saturday evening here on 4 at this time, it's only Rory Brenmer. Who else?
Well, this week the clocks went back, along with the engraved watches, the shop vouchers, the plane tickets and the reservations at the Ritz. We now join our lobby correspondent in the lobby of the Ritz Hotel, Paris.
Well, amid the allegations that during his stay, Mr. Hamilton even complained about the view, particularly the one taken by the Prime Minister, several questions remain unanswered, but no one's raised the cash to ask them. Not least about the role of Mohammed Al Fayed.
You know Mohammed Al Fayed, he's the one who stands in the lift at Harrods saying, "Government going down!" What is this with your country? Your country is corrupt, your ministers lie, they cheat, they take bribes. Hey, I want to be a British citizen now! With 3 ministers gone and another just rumbled, the story took another dramatic twist with the latest revelation to rock Westminster. They've actually tracked down the one man who stayed at the Ritz and paid his own bill. Oh, yes, that'll do nicely. And censorship raised its head again as the public still can't see the film of the Commons Privileges Committee entitled Natural Born Pocket Fillers. Guest critic this week, and indeed every week, is Gordon Brown. I think this is very bad news. For those who feel that there should be some decency in public life. And I think the electorate have a right to know that when MPs are bought, they stay bought. To clear things up, the government have announced 2 moves. The Nolan Committee, that's the 5 sisters and their mother, to look at introducing a regulatory body on MPs' perks called Off-Bung. And David Hunt announced that vacancies in local government and on quangos will be advertised in the appropriate place. Loot.
OK, that's fair enough. So, the status of politicians has hit an all-time low. What's the next disaster?
Hello, it's the Prince of Wales. I'm your new Labour candidate. I'm campaigning for single mothers, those from broken homes, unhappy children, emotionally disturbed people with eating disorders. Your typical everyday family. But I care a great deal about the inner cities. Deprivation, poverty. I've been to Kensington. It's absolutely terrible. Especially the parking.
Other news, John Smith's Commission on Social Justice published its report with new recommendations on the welfare state, which could lead to a revision of Labour's commitments. That's why they're receiving backing from Marks & Spencer's. If you don't like policies, you can take them back and change. Following the theft of Picasso paintings worth £7 million, police have issued an artist's impression and say they're looking for a man with 5 eyes, no mouth and a nose halfway down his chin. The government are being encouraged to double the price of petrol at the same time as halving the road's budget, which means soon it'll cost you twice as much to sit in a jam on a road that won't even be built. A report this week claimed that 1 million people are holding down 2 jobs. That's what I call overmanning. And the government announced a new approach to unemployment, again adopting the carrot and stick approach. Apparently the jobless now get to choose which one they eat. Meanwhile, there are new breakthroughs in space. Take your time. Meanwhile, there are new breakthroughs in space. Well, all we can say at this stage is we just don't know. But there might be someone out there picking up our transmissions, but the chances of contacting intelligent life are still very, very remote. That's Patrick Moore there in his new role as Radio 1 disc jockey. Yes, in Hollywood. Hollywood revealed computer-generated actors that'll perform stunts as well as Sylvester Stallone. The main difference is that with the computer, you only have to punch the information in once. But what effect will it have on the actors? They may well be able to act, but can they overact? And trouble continued for Bill Clinton as an American woman filed her affidavit detailing distinguishing characteristics of his genitals, which sounds like a load of bollocks. Now, here's thought for the day. Well, good morning, Barry, and good morning, Norman. So, at last, a bish and good news. Israel and Jordan have signed a peace treaty, and President Clinton flew in specially. Oi, geweld, there goes the neighbourhood. Thank you.
well, you can say what you like about John Motson, but at the end of the day, he's still someone's son. I think that's the saddest thing of all.
Hello, I'm John Motson, and that's not all. Last year, you may remember, I was given the task of investigating key areas of British life in a brilliantly successful series of hard-hitting reports. So much so, very much so in fact, that the producer said I couldn't possibly follow that and would I like to do something else instead. And now he came to think of it, his windscreen needed cleaning. So, this year, I'll be changing places with a number of top reporters who the producer said he'll bring in when I'm away or working on another project or just when he feels you've seen too much of me.
Come on, Clive, on to me. That's where your money is. OK, love. Right, quick recipe you can knock up if you're hungry for votes. Plus, you can keep serving it up if things get a little bit hot in the kitchen. Cheers. Right, that's what we're after on this one. How to cook the unemployment figures. Very simple this. Right, close it, Clive, if you would. That's it, right. First, you need a nice, plump 1979 unemployment total. There it is, piece of cake, literally. But to a stagnant city, it's 3.5 million unemployed. Right, that's 25,000 gone already, just like that. And here we go, out with the old cold steel and start by slicing off about 200,000. There we go, just like that. That's men over 60 taken off the list since 1983 by changing the rules so they're not required to sign on. And if they don't have to sign on, they're not unemployed. Easy peasy, Japanesey. No, Clive, can't have any more to drink or it'll start to make sense. Right, hack off another slice. Here we go, take this one here. Right, that's those who want to work but aren't entitled to claim benefit. No claim, no pain. If you're not getting any dosh from the government, then you don't exist. Cheers. No defeat. Right. Moving on, another lot to shock off. That's here, this lot over here. Anyone under 18, because since 1988, if you're under 18, you can't be unemployed. So, that's official. So take even more off. Next, youth training schemes. That's another chunk lopped off. There we go, even more. Change the way you add those up. That's even more. And that should lose, about 50,000. Cooking it 15 years at nearly 2 changes a year, that's 4 changes in an election year, and there you are, well and truly cut, just like me. No, don't go away, we haven't finished yet, Clive, because next year the new sickness benefit comes in. Except the only sick people it'll benefit are the government, who could whack another 200,000 off the unemployment register as a result. Then in 1996 comes means testing for anyone without a job, and after 6 months, it could mean another 100,000 to go. So, that's 1 million slashed from the list since 1979. Hang on, knife's getting a bit blunt. Never mind, though, because here comes the best bit, because also in 1996, that's election year, Clive. No, it's just a coincidence. Is it? Let's just check. Yes, it is just a coincidence. No one will be unemployed because they all become job seekers. It's official, so nil unemployment. There we go. Cheers.
Oi, lads, have you forgotten? They're getting rid of the milk board next week. Deregulation, price rises, forget quality, forget the Daily Pinter. Come on, go for it. Go on, fellas, you can do better than that. Really lose your bottle.
Hello. When I first went to the country, nearly 3 years ago, I asked you to put your trust in me. On tax, on the economy, and on Britain's place at the heart of Europe. You gave me that trust. Wrongly, as it happens. Lately, there's been talk of a rather more disagreeable nature about standards in public life. At Bournemouth, I made another appeal to you to put your trust in me. I wonder if you noticed anything about that speech. It was heartfelt, and it was intensely personal. I asked you to trust me. And the reason is simple. You can't trust anyone else in this government. Whisper it gently, but behind that door, there are deals being done that would make your hair stand on end. Do I not like that? I'm going to have to lower my voice. I have promised to root out sleaze and corruption. This is how I do it. When a minister comes to me and says, "Prime Minister, I've done something wrong," I say, "You have done something wrong, and that is wrong." And fire him, straight away. No ifs and buts. That man is OUT, resigned. And when another one comes to me and says, "Prime Minister, they say I've done something wrong, and I haven't," I fix him with a steely glare, and I say quite forcefully and out loud, "You're quite sure about that, are you?" And he says, yes, he's quite sure. And a week later, I sack him. Thanks to my own personal integrity and determination, we shall shortly be entering into talks with Sinn Féin. And I might add what a pleasure it is to be dealing with people whose word I can trust. So I shall continue as best I may. For I know that if I can see it through to the next general election, there will by then be enough Conservatives on enough quangos to ensure that while Labour may be in government, the Conservatives will still be in power. I think you can take my word on that.
Where are they now? Number 701, Sir David White, current chairman of the Nottingham Health Authority and Nottingham Trent University, and trustee of the City Technology College, all three unelected quangos.
Now, just appointed chairman of the new Coal Authority, another unelected quango. Hey, quango.
Where there is hatred, let me sow division. Where there is injury, a reduced disability allowance. Where there is doubt, a private inquiry. Where there is despair, a 24-hour hotline. Where there is darkness, let there be VAT on fuel. Where there is sadness, a telethon. Where there is anger, let there be a private security firm. Where there is hope, let there be a purple Mondeo XLI. Where there is a school, let there be a soft drinks franchise machine in the entrance. Where there is a hospital, let there be a profit-making car parking scheme. Where there is an out-of-town Halford superstore, let there be a neighbouring branch of World of Leather. Where there is 24-hour cable TV, let there be more 24-hour cable TV. O divine chief executive, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to provide a full range of console services, to be understood as to achieve the agreed target figures for understanding, to be loved as to be a love end user. For it is in giving that we enter into a contract. It is in pardoning that we are able to self-regulate. And it is in dying that we are born to receive our final merit mark.
After conference, opinion polls can fall to a dangerous level. That's why I need this. New improved Soundbite Plus. It has a red stripe for the traditionalist with new Clause 4. Plus a big fat blue stripe as well for extra protection against falling support. So you can smile with confidence. New improved Soundbite Plus helps fight decay in your socialist values.
Hey, now then, goodness gracious, there. Welcome along to Jim will front it there, and a letter from a senior citizen what says, Dear Jim, you sad man. I opted out of my company pension with the National Kale Board, and now I've been left without a pit to pose in there. So, please fix it for me so I can find out what's happening. Well, as a pensioner myself, there, you see, in orbit income, there, I went to the man what knows all about it. But he was out, right? So I asked Peter Snow.
Yes, hello, Earth. Can you read me? Hello, come in. Ah, there you are. Well, one thing I can say is that to sort this out will take an awful lot of paperwork. And here it is. Mayday, Mayday. No, that's quite enough to be getting on with. Well, there's an old saying that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And a lot of people were doing very well out of their company pension scheme. Thank you for asking. Their employer contributed too, and it didn't need fixing. But along comes a nice chap with a laugh, a smile, a fat commission, and not much training, and says, you don't want a company pension? Oh, no, mate. You want a personal pension. Beginning to tell you that it's risky, it's a poor investment, and according to the Securities and Investments Board, it's very hard to justify.
Right, so what you're saying then, old son, there, is that these pension companies didn't do a very good job.
No, they did a fine job. 24 different pensions companies were fined a total of nearly £3 million. Everything from poor record-keeping to high-pressure sales techniques. Pay attention, or the puppy gets it.
So, how does our friend here get compensation?
Ah, yes, well, this is the fun bit. This is the one that takes the hobnob. Your payments will have to be worked out by the insurance company that has to pay you, which means, one, a lot more paperwork, and two... Yes, thank you, Jeremy. And 2, a lot of loss adjusting, as the insurance company adjusts their losses. That's their losses. You won't see your losses until you get your next insurance premium.
And this one's especially for Jackie from Bromsgrove, who's a big fan of the programme and wrote in to say, could we have more reports of outbreaks of fresh fighting in Angola on the show?
Tales of the Black Horse, the lightning lute. Once there was a giant who was tired of clumping about the land, putting the wind up people. So he raided his nest egg and went to buy a cart.
Where's these giant carts then, eh?
How much have you got? Now you'll need twice as much.
I'm a bit short at the moment.
Don't worry, I know just the people.
Now the cart salesman knew that Lloyds Bank can agree a personal loan on the spot.
Sorry.
Perfectly all right, sir.
See, what did I tell ya?
And the moral of our story, if you need to get your skates on, come to Lloyds Bank for a personal loan. The Lightning Loan, another legendary service from Lloyds Bank.
I don't say this to many people, but the job we do is the most important job I can think of.
Okay, guys, listen up.
I mean, there's no such thing as a B-plus mechanic on this airline.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Even the most junior mechanic can keep an airplane in this hangar if there's a hint of a problem. You might think a job like this would become routine, but every now and then, I just take a walk through the terminal. And right there, you see what's important.
American Airlines. It's American all the way.
Right. I'm off down the Pig and Whistle.
Stanley, I'll wait for you. No matter how long you're gone, there'll always be a place in my heart for you.
How would 30 TV movie premieres a month affect you?
It's on its way. Maybe to your home. A new arrival. A new Andrex. A more squeezable Andrex, because it's a softer, thicker Andrex. Squeeze it, and you'll see. New Andrex is strong, long, and now squeezably soft.
It's all worked out beautifully with the new Laguna.
Things about any relationship that works is that you and your partner can talk openly and freely about tax and not feel embarrassed about it. Because the truth is, if you really get on well with your partner, like I do with John, my Prime Minister, they'll let you do practically whatever you want in trying out exotic new tax positions, and not mine. Often it's fun trying out new positions together. Don't worry if you get it wrong sometimes and it doesn't work. That's the joy about tax. You can have fun experimenting, and one day you'll find a position that suits you. I love to turn John on by showing him how big my tax cuts can be. I love your big, juicy opportunities for tax cuts, Ken, he moans. But I never let him touch them, because that would spoil the fun. You see, with tax, it's the foreplay that's very important. massaging your public accounts committee, teasing the public with possibilities of tax cut. Wait until you can't delay your election any longer and then allowing a massive 5% reduction in the basic rate of income to explode from out of your butt.
Gerald Ford, Ronald Reagan, George Bush. Hey, but seriously.
You are old, Father William, the young man said as a second-year medical student, and the health secretary says that finding a bed for you isn't financially prudent. In my youth, Father William replied in distress, I paid all my tax, every bill. They replied they were sorry, but to the NHS, you're a poor risk investment, you're ill. You are old, said the youth, as I mentioned before. You're a smoker and partly disabled. Already the hospital's rating is poor. We're 12th in the local league table. In my youth, said the patient, we looked after our own, and he gave a sigh most melancholy. But with no long-stay bed free, he was left all alone in the lift on a medical trolley. And the managers all went to Leeds for the day, to a conference 500 ahead, while the man on the trolley passed slowly away, and for days no one saw he was dead. They recorded his death as immunodeficiency, called up his wife and his daughter, and smiling said forfeiting health for efficiency means waiting lists are shorter.
The future of the post office is very much in the balance, and Bill Coburn, you are the chief executive of the post office.
Yes, I am.
And can I call you Bill?
No.
The problem for the government is they were going to announce this week whether the post office was going to be privatised or partly privatised or kept in the public sector. I mean, you personally want privatisation, don't you?
Desperately want privatisation because I don't think that anybody realises quite what an appalling situation the post office is in.
Is it?
We're standing on the edge of a commercial abyss.
But you made £306 million profit last year.
Yes.
And in fact, you've made considerable profits and ever-increasing profits for the last few years, haven't you?
Yes.
You've made profits continually for 18 years, in fact.
Absolutely true.
And you are the most successful post office in the world, isn't that right?
We're the most profitable post office in the world.
Yes.
So you see,
yes.
You see, don't you, that we can't go on like this.
Well, yes.
Things have got to change, and change radically.
Yes. So, what would you want to do after privatisation?
Well, what I'd be forced to do is to sack about 50,000 of the workforce, downsizing the workforce,
yes,
and of course cut services.
You say you would be forced to do it. Why would you be forced to do it?
I'd be forced to do it because that would be my responsibility to my shareholders.
Oh, I see. Yes. Well, you wouldn't want to do it yourself.
Oh no. No, certainly not.
But at the moment, because you're a public company, you don't have any shareholders.
Exactly.
So, wait a minute, let me see if I can get this right. So you want to be privatised in order that you will have shareholders who will force you to sack all these people and cut all these services?
You've got there in the end.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I see. So that's the real reason, is it?
No, that isn't the real reason.
Oh, I see.
No. What we must be is competitive. Because I don't know if you know it, but we're getting a lot of international competition in the postal service.
Oh, really? Other post offices want to take over your business?
Yes, the Dutch and the Germans want to come over here and take away our business.
Well, yes, I can't quite see how that would work. You're saying that a postman in Frankfurt, say, would wake up one morning and say that I've got to go off on my postal round in Surbiton.
These foreigners will do anything.
Yeah.
And it's not only the international competition.
It's not just the international.
Oh no.
Well, wait a minute. Sorry, what else is there?
Well, I don't want to be a scaremonger at all, but and this is rather sensitive commercial intelligence.
Yes.
But it may have crossed your mind, even yours, that we may not be alone in the universe.
So you're suggesting that part of your post office business might be taken over by alien life forms, are you?
The possibility of extraterrestrial post offices does exist.
Oh, really?
Yes. And they might, and I'm sure we don't know for sure, but they might have just spotted this niche in the market.
Yeah.
And then, you see, we'd be very difficult.
How would that work exactly?
Well, I think it might involve a certain loss of customer service.
In what way?
Well, the aliens would have to take our mail.
Yes.
And go somewhere across the galaxy.
Yes.
And sort it there.
Yes.
And it might take a very long time for it to get back.
Yes. I imagine.
Even at warp factor 10.
Yes, yes. So that's the real reason, then, is it, for...
No, that isn't the real reason.
No, that's the real reason.
No, the real reason goes back to a time in the early 80s, before the telecommunications part of the post office was hived off.
Yes.
And at that time, I had a colleague called Ian Vallance, now Surreyan.
Yes, he's now the chairman of BT.
Yes, and I think that my deepest feelings about this can be embodied in the very real difference there is between Sir Ian and myself.
Well, you mean that he has freedom to operate in the commercial market, and you haven't?
No, the real difference is that his basic salary is £663,000 a year, and mine is only £150,000.
Your salary is set by the government.
Yes. Have you ever tried to live on £150,000 a year? It's next door to impossible.
Is it? Well, I'm summarising it. It's a mixture of ruthlessness and greed, is it?
Well, that's very nice of you to say, sir. Thank you very, very much.
Not at all. Yeah.
Aren't we leaving out stupidity?
Sorry, yes. Ruthlessness, greed and stupidity. Well, thank you, Bill Coburn. Thank you very much.
OK, so you think you got me, copper? Well, let me tell you, I ain't guilty, and I ain't gonna go quietly, neither. I'll tell you, people, how it is. My sidekick, Charlie Wardle, comes to me and says he knows of this guy, name of Ali Fayed, needs a passport. Name rings a bell, because 7 years ago I helped set up an inquiry at the DTI which really screwed the Al Fayeds. Hey, no reason I shouldn't do it, because my second cousin Harry the Hood works for Tiny Rowland. Turns out this guy Tiny kind of had it in for the Al Fayeds. Rumour is someone hands over £1 million to get hold of the DTI report. Next thing, Tiny's running the report in his newspaper like some royal romance. But Al Fayed's brother Mohammed's no slouch either, and he gets Tim Smudger Smith and Neil the Knob Hamilton to ask questions. Here, the gabber fixes the deal, but it all goes wrong when Al Fayed blows the whistle because he paid the dough and ain't got nothing to show for it. Leastwise, no British passport. So, when I gets the Al Fayed passport job, I knows it's too hot to handle on account of my part in setting up the DTI report. So I kicks it back downstairs, but it turns out Charlie Wardle can't touch it either, on account of 4 years ago he was consultant to Tiny Rowland's accountants and asked some pretty mean questions about Al Fayed himself. So what's a guy to do? On the one hand, I kind of got an interest in the case, which means I can't touch it, and so is my deputy. On the other, I got Al Fayed blowing out 2 ministers because they took the candy but didn't deliver the goods. Hey, too bad we're in the government. If this were the mafia, they'd never believe us.
We're the old Etonians. We dress in inherited clothes. Born and bred to the manor, wherever such clubbable coves. We know our country needs us, though we're never quite certain what for. We don't know our class from our elders, or our arse from a hole in the floor. We're the landlords of hope and glory. We can hunt, we can shoot, we can fish. We're positive God was a Tory, and we're terribly charming when pissed. Yes, we're statesmen from Eton, our pedigrees in no doubt. But on matters that matter, we constantly get caught out.
Hello, good evening, and dump your coats on the bed. Super, welcome to the party. Ooh, Albanian Riesling, my favourite. Just a few people from work. Have you met Pol Pot? Go straight on in and I'll follow through the keyhole. So, who would want to come to a party like this? Welcome to Master Guest, and in the red kitchen is the man who's been hiding there since he arrived, the party bore. So he says to me, Enoch, he says, Enoch, you're a pedant. Who do you think you are? I said, whom, you raving idiot, whom?
As it's Halloween, you're bound to open the door to some grotesque gothic horror.
Hello, winner's the name. We haven't met, clearly, or you wouldn't have invited me. Let me tell you about my heart operation. 200 pints of blood. Pathetic. I used more than that in a 2-second flashback. Get lost, you freeloading old slapper. Oh, sorry, I thought it was Mother Teresa. I like the party to start with a bang. Hope you don't mind. I bought 20 pounds of Semtex.
So they finally ring the gong for dinner. Dong, I'll go. OK, you're started for 10. Prawn cocktail. Now, you know when it's going to be a disaster, when the first course isn't so much Scotch broth as cock-up-a-leaky. Or crank, dodgy pun coming. When the first stop on this international cooks tour is Australia. Yes, evening everyone, a great opening from the Australians. Lager, followed by lager, roast lager, and all the trimmings, and a side order of lager. Lager to follow, and at the close of play, cocoa.
Now, you don't want to serve cocoa at a dinner party, because that's a risk, is that? You'll never go home. People say serve dry white wine, that's bollocks, is that? If you want my opinion, you're going to get you anyway. You want to drink, it'll get you in the mood. And stay in the mood for 3 or 4 days, or even the whole season. And fans of cricket always tell me what you need, Jeff, is a really good punch.
All right, so that's one roast rump with radishes and Waddichow, tornadoes, rossini, red cabbage and raspberry whipple. Are you winding me up? Ask Esther. Now, here's a rather amusing dick. That looks just like a vegetable.
Well, you didn't have to sit next to me. So the main course arrives.
Oh, let's meet the 8 who are going to turn up late. Now, you can tell your dog to stop chewing the rug. In fact, get him off my head altogether.
And suddenly they all start arriving, the party guests from hell. Ding dong. Bzz.
Hello, yes, well, I'm a friend of Tony Slattery's. Thank you for inviting me. Yes, I know you didn't, but with me, you don't have to. Ding dong, Avon calling. Am I still a county? Bzz. Oh, hello, I thought I'd turned that off. We got there in the end. I've come as the Bishop of Durham 26 years ago. Ding dong.
Oh, hi, it's Gordon Brown again. Didn't think I'd get here. I've been double booked in the opening monologue. Let me just assure my honourable friend that I have every intention of circulating these cocoa-based post-prandial comestible sweetmeats when it is appropriate.
Oh, for God's sake, Gordon, just pass the after 8, will you? I think we all know we've run out of pork scratching, so could somebody give Roy Hattersley a rub down? Oh, bloody hell, it's Kilroy.
Hello, good morning. So, you enjoyed the meal, didn't you? But deep down, Debbie, weren't you just a bit jealous that someone else took the last piece of banoffee pie?
Come on, ding dong. Sorry I'm late, but the man in the off licence made a silly mistake. He asked me what I thought of the wine. What do you want? I take time to really savour that remark. I'm getting abuse. I'm getting blackcurrant. I'm getting sort of ripe hostility, buckets of hostility, a bouquet of embarrassment. I'm in the wrong house.
OK, yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, the party's over. Yes, indeed, but the last guests are hanging around the door. They won't go home. They say thank you for the evening, and they thank you for the first course. They thank you for the second course. They thank you for the third course, which they wouldn't eat because they didn't want to spoil their pudding. It's getting late. Oh dear, they still won't go. They say how nice the house is, about every house in the road, and Captain Paranoid's fallen asleep and on their shoulder, and still they won't go. You've changed your pyjamas and you've got to bed. You're praying. There's a double dose. Gotta take a double dose. There's a little bit of pharmacy creeping in there, and they're still there. They've hovered in the porch for so long, they're sending holiday cards across the doormat, and you know it could never happen to you because you only have the best guests. And why? Because you bought them all from Harrods. My name's not linked with Bright. Support the Quackos. Good night. Thank you.
I hate this job. I hate it. Come on. Can you hear that? Nothing. Not a sausage. Everything the same. Just me alone with this bloody map. It's not even a map. It's a piece of blue paper. See that little blob? That's Anglesey. Staring back at me. Leave me alone! You Hey, go away! I love you. I really love you. I love my friend. Come here. Come. Oh, you're looking at me. You bog off. I don't need friends. I've got Michael Fish. Great bloke, a fantastic bloke. He's got appalling dress sense, though. What does he do? Does he shop at Mr. Buy Wrong? Oh, just a sec. Only kidding. Right, we'll go for take. Make up.
Right, just time to tell you, he ain't heavy, he's Matthew Lorenzo.